Hello, I'm GM4AFF and this is a quick tour of the GM4AFF Radio Shack. This is the station. It's set up for SO2R. It's got an FT1000MP, an Alpha 91B amplifier, and on the right hand side it's got a K3, Elecraft K3, it's got an Alpha 76A and a Collins 30S1 amplifier. And I do have a 2-meter system here available as well, using an Elecraft transverter and a Tempo 6N2 amplifier. You can see the other accessories. There's ICE 419 filters on each side of the Radio Shack, and there's a rotator for each of the 4 towers out in the yard at the back. I use WindTest on the computer system, and the station can be split into 2 for multi-single operation. That's it. This is the tower nearest the shack. It's a P60 with a Trident 4-element Yagi on the top for 15 meters, and a 17-element Yagi for 2 meters, and a 17-element Yagi for 77s. This antenna over here is a vertical, and it's for 10 megahertz. That's enough. This is a TET tribander, which is really just a secondary antenna, and it's on a 20-foot pole. It's dead simple. It just points at Europe all the time. This is the smallest tower. It's got a 10-meter 5-element Yagi on it. It's only about 25 or 30 feet high. There's a 4-meter 8-element homemade Yagi beneath it, and these wires here are actually U antennas, which are used on 80 and 160 on receive only. The big tower in the middle of the field is a 60-foot west tower with a 4-element monobander for 20 meters made by Force 12, and above that there's a 2-band Quark homemade Yagi which covers 24 and 17 meters, 18 megahertz. Then moving on down the field, there's an 80-meter vertical which has an extensive radial system, and you'll notice there's a wire between the antennas which you can see, which is actually centered on the top of the large tower, which is a 160-meter dipole, and the ground system I was explaining on the 80-meter vertical is actually not only radials but also a wire mesh system which is now beneath the grass. It's been overgrown for about 12 months. At the very bottom of the field, not cranked up to its full height, is a tow tower with a 2-element 402 CD Yagi for 40 meters. And then running along the fences at the side of the field, I've got a number of beverages. One beverage here looking down to the southeast, and another one which runs the other way back to the northwest.